to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit it, live in the moon, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 50. First play, Mahomes looking to throw it. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield and turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back in his own 6-yard line. Romeo Okwara coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Yeah, not a great one there. Out of bounds in the air. And the offense is going to be set up already in enemy territory inside the 45. Now a first down throw. Gone. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by one Texans are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, but on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
He rifles one that's intercepted. And some space here. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down. Now it's gone. Looking sideline, incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And you think on 3rd down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one, and even 60 yards in the air. Wow. From way up at the 23. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Off a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it.
Is he a good one? Or is he a pretty good one? Or is he maybe a potentially great one? Or is he just an average one?
Right.
The good ones do get better over time. You know they do.
They do, Skip. And what we see after about year 2 or 3, we don't see the roller coaster that we saw. We didn't see that with Peyton. We didn't see that with Charles. We didn't see that with the even if you look at Big Ben, once Big Ben took over and he got past, he was rock. All these guys, Mahomes really never had no roller coaster. I guess you can say he had a down year, 37, 13, and 1,400 yards on the down year. But Skip, you understand that from what you see from Dak for his first 6 years.
Okay, I got it. To your point. Now I'm getting to the crux of my issue. He has crumbled down the stretch of his last 2 full seasons.
Yes.
He was shortened, and the middle season got shortened by the career-threatening ankle.
Right. 2019,
Yes.
he got hurt.
But 2020 got hurt. He got 2020 got hurt. I'm talking about 2019 and 2021.
When he created that loft to the
We had
Eagles.
those guys at the end of the year both times.
Yes.
Both times.
Yes.
And it was, to me, Kyler-esque. So right now, right here, right now, as we approach another great NFL season, the 2 quarterbacks on the hottest seats to me are Dak Prescott in Dallas and Kyler Murray in Arizona, because they both got paid. Obviously, Dak years ago.
Right.
But Kyler just got paid. And what did they have in common? Both of them have fallen on their face masks down the stretch 2 straight years. And the irony of what I'm saying is, Kyler actually played one good game down the stretch last year, and guess where it was? Where he always lights it up when he goes home to Dallas, to Jerry World.
Right.
He lit them up. That was the best game he played this last, 6 or 8 games.
Right.
And once again, Dak didn't play very well. And you know the litany of damage that he did to this team, starting with your Denver Broncos, at Kansas City when he had the ball 12 times.
Raiders on Thanksgiving.
Those and the Raiders. Arizona, he wasn't very good, and we get all the way to the conclusion, which was San Francisco. He wasn't very good against the 49ers.
True.
He was flat in the first half, and it was too little too late for the rally, and then he held the ball too long in the last play, even though the official couldn't get it set. But it was just typical. It was the typical fitting in to a Dak season.
Right.
So my point to you is, both Kyler and Dak have lost some weapons. Obviously, D Hop's going to be gone for 6 games. So Amari's going to be gone for 17 games.
Exactly.
And Cedric Wilson's going to be gone for 17 games in Dallas.
And you don't know when you're getting Michael Gallup back.
I don't know, 4, 6 games. I don't know when. I have no idea. So all of a sudden, it's starting to feel a little more like CD or bust. You do have Dalton Schultz, who's been franchise tagged, and I believe Tony Pollard will play a new role because I think you're going to have to use him in the slot some.
Right.
I watched him a lot at Memphis, and he was more of a receiver than running back.
Right.
He's got electricity to him, as you've seen on the returns.
Yeah.
So you've got to get him in space with the ball in his hands, so you got to use him as your new Seth Wilson, I believe.
So, well,
Okay. So
you count on October? You count on
no, I'm not.
around?
No, 0 and 0. I just don't count it. Whatever they give me, I'm grading. Okay. So the pressure is being heaped more than ever on number 4.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I'm with you on Zeke. I hope this is like a contract year for him. It's a last hurrah. I hope he gives me one last.
So the man has dropped 50 from his high to what he is now. I mean, he was at 108, now he's down to 59.
That is correct. And it dropped. All 6 years it went down. We're talking about yards per game. And if it goes down to 47, Dak's going to be flying solo.
Yeah.
Was he somewhat a product of Zeke in his first 2 or 3 years? Did he ride shotgun for Zeke? Did he get to go along for a ride?
But I think the thing is, Skip, is that when Zeke's not going and they're not running the football early, they get away from it. Now when you fall behind by 10, 14 points, you have to throw. You neutralize your own running game because you got to get back into the ball game. And that's what we've seen, Skip, is that they fall woefully behind. And what does Dak have to do? End up throwing for 400+ yards in order to get them back in the game. Well, Zeke is like, I only got 7 carries, and I got 5 of them in the first quarter.
Right.
So you're gonna have to. The game is gonna have to be close in order for you to use your running game. Because if you continuously fall behind like the Cowboys have done over the last 3 years, yes, that was unbelievable. You see what he's thrown for the most 400-yard games, Skip, over the last 2 or 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have a whole lot of wins to show.
Okay, now I'm going to go one level deeper with Stephen Jones. Shrewd operator, Stephen Jones. There may be a little method to the madness, a little hidden agenda here. He is also heaping more pressure on his quarterback because they paid him with gritted teeth.
Yeah.
For the longest, I don't think they were sold on him as their long-term answer at quarterback. And to your point, they waited and they waited and they finally just gave in and gave up and said, pay him. Whatever we got to pay him, whatever the going rate is, let's pay him. But Jerry admitted at the press conference, he looked at him, he's sitting next to him. You got me. I overpaid you. Right. He said that publicly. I had to overpay him.
Yeah, you better be glad he did. Can you imagine if he had to do his contract right now? Would he go?
Okay.
You'd be sick for real.
But with all the upfront bonus money, Dak made $75 million last year. That's like an absurd amount of money for what he has given me and us, Cowboy Nation.
Guess what? You know he's gonna be back at the table again, and then what you gonna say?
Say no.
No. Okay, but okay. What if he gets you to the championship game? If he gets you to the championship game, do you feel that the $75 million that he has?
Yes. I would like to go get me to the Super Bowl. You don't have to win it.
No,
Get me there.
you become insufferable.
Well, I haven't been to a championship game since 1995.
Yeah.
95. That's like the Browns haven't won a playoff game since '94 when they
Think about it. Yeah. You come out here when they win a game or they beat somebody good, how you act. Can you imagine if they want to win a Super Bowl while you're on in that seat?
This seat?
Yes.
It would lift.
Yeah, exactly.
Ceiling into heaven.
You talk about insufferable, beyond insufferable.
Yep.
Ernestine's like, I'm going to give me an Airbnb. I'm not staying here for at least a minute.
Well, somebody sitting across from me would have to retire.
Yeah,
Right? I have to go find something else to do because I would be flying solo every day.
There's no question in my mind, it would do more for you if the Cowboys won a Super Bowl as opposed to if Tom Brady won number 8. You'd be happy like, oh, he did it again. But the Cowboys? Oh, hey, I grew up on Roger Staubach. I did. I know what that felt like. I can't remember so long ago. So, conclusion here is, this is a show me for Dak Prescott. Yes. This is it. He lost his baby fat. He's in the best shape of his life. He says that. Stephen doesn't say that. He look good.
And he's finally completely healthy.
Right.
And he did have the quote-unquote injury excuse down the stretch because the best throw he made last year was the walk-off throw at New England to CeeDee Lamb to beat the Patriots in overtime. And on that very play, he steps wrong and pulls his calf muscle. And according to him and then, he was never quite the same down the stretch. Are you giving him an injury excuse? I'm not, but at least he had that. Zeke has the injury excuse of, I had a sprained PCL or what?
Right.
I don't know. I'm not buying that one either. But now it's time to show me because you have to show me with far less than you had a year ago. Okay?
But we've been talking about that, Skip. They're not a better team than the team that lost in the wild card round against the 49ers. They're not a better team.
They're a worse team.
Yes.
And for once, you can't be a product of the weapons around you. You can't go along for the ride and be a game-managing quarterback. You have to be an initiator. You're going to have to lift up this whole offense. You're going to have to reconnect with a CD that I don't think you've had great rapport with. You're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah.
You're going to have to throw some more balls into tighter windows that hopefully get caught by the receivers you do have left. And you're not going to have the bludgeon running game that you used to have for those first 3 years of the season.
Right.
He was doing Ohio State stuff.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. And that was the thing. The Cowboys could get the lead on you. So they run the ball and run the air out of the ball in the fourth quarter. So you didn't. Yeah, they didn't worry about putting the ball in there because Tyron Smith and Zach Martin and the center Frederick were at their apex. They're at the peak of their power.
Okay. Well, they're not anymore.
No.
They're on their last leg. Maybe not Zach, but Tyron Smith feels like he's on his last leg. And I have questions about Deontay center, and I have questions about Tyler Smith, a rookie starting at left guard. Is he going to lead the league in holding penalties? And Steele out at right tackle is still an undrafted free agent. I don't care how you slice and dice it. It's just he's going to be what he was.
Right.
He's not Lyle Collins, and he's not Tyron Smith. So it's not what it was. That rookie year, that was some magic because he fell out of heaven into their laps in the 4th round along with Zeke.
Right.
And Zeke has a magical year, as you said, averaged 108 yards rushing a game, led the league by far, and he could also catch it and run with it, as we saw at Pittsburgh when he had the long
80-yard screen
right?
Yep.
And all of a sudden, all of that's gone.
Right.
The onus, the spotlight, the responsibility falls all on the shoulder pads now of the quarterback.
Yes.
Number 4.
You have to be exceptional. You have to be
Exceptional.
consistent.
And it's between him and Kyler who has the most pressure. But because he plays for America's team, he does.
Yes.
Right?
But Skip, if he had this team in contention with the lack of weapons that he had, he's going to be at the MVP stage.
Well, sure he will. Well, I think he was for 6 games last year. Okay? And again, they did lead the league in points and yards last year. But they piled it up early, and then they hung on for dear life.
Yeah, piled up against that division. So if you average 40 over 6 games in that division, look at you. Look at you.
All right?
You're a third of the way home.
All right? Their schedule is still pretty easy. The problem is, so is Philadelphia's, because they're playing the same sort of schedule. Right? Okay, here we go. It's on.
But y'all start the season with an L, so I'm good.
Well, I give you that one.
As soon as the quarterback, hopefully the quarterback gets back real soon. He can help play. You're not beating with no Kyle Trask or no, I forget the other guy.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert.
Blame
Gabbert.
Exactly. No, you're not beating the Cowboys.
Gentlemen, it is certainly how you finish, no doubt about that. Hey, speaking of which, do you think the Lakers win another championship with LeBron as the centerpiece for the purple and gold? We're going to dive into the possibilities of that coming up next.
No mercy. What's up, kid folks? It's RJ Young, host of the number one ranked show. In this episode of the number one ranked show, I preview the ACC. I tell you why Clemson is overrated, NC State is underrated, and why I really, really, really want Miami to beat this. Subscribe to the number one ranked show wherever you get your podcast.
Palinkas, speaking on LeBron signing that 2-year, $97 million extension yesterday. Palinkas said, quote, LeBron is a generational basketball player who has proven to be even more impactful as a human being. We are thrilled to continue our partnership with him, ensuring he's a driving force of Lakers culture for years to come. The Lakers platform has proved again and again to be an ideal place for the game's all-time greats to thrive and achieve. We are thankful LeBron has experienced the power of that. His transcendent talent, unrivaled passion, and dedication to causing powerful change in our society, LeBron continues to cement his legacy in Los Angeles and around the globe. Some pretty powerful words from Palinka. Shannon, on a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you like what he said?
I love what he said. I give it a 10 because it's all true. LeBron changes the expectations of hoping to win to expecting to win. Even at age 37, Skip, he's still one of the 4 or 5 best players in all of the league. I don't think he's the best player. That distinction goes to Giannis. For me, we can debate that another day in time. But he's still he's the face of the NBA and still one of the faces of the NBA around the world. So, Skip, you can have all the talent in the world, but if the culture isn't right. You saw that in Brooklyn, right? They had 3 top 10 players, 3 top 12 players. And one of them wanted to leave, and they still had 2, and they got them nowhere. And so for me, Skip, he establishes a culture within an organization. You see it being reported, before they go to training camp, he's already trying to set something up, the team, where they can go on their own. No coaches, none of that other stuff. This look like it's going to be headed to San Diego, going to be Las Vegas. But that's what LeBron James brings. That's what comes with the LeBron James. Now, everybody goes, well, LeBron. Do you remember what the Lakers were before LeBron showed up? The 5 seasons before LeBron came, the Lakers had the worst record in the league and had missed the playoffs 5 straight seasons. He's been here 2 years. He's missed the playoff twice. He's won a title, and he's been to the playoff the other time. So 2 times in the playoffs, 2 times out of the playoffs, and he's won a title. 5 years before that, they had the worst record in the NBA. And they had missed the playoffs 5 straight times. So all you guys, Laker Nation, out there bumping your gums about LeBron ain't do this and LeBron ain't do that. Just remember what you were before he got here. So he's still the GOAT. At about to be 38 years old, could still bust people's heads. Could drop 56 on you, as the Warriors. Could drop 50 on you, as the Wizards. Can give you 30 a night on a nightly basis.
No.
That's what he averaged, ain't it?
Yeah.
Okay, then.
He can also give you 33 as in wins, 33 and 49.
I bet
I'm going to say it again. 33 and 49 is what LeBron's team was last year.
Won't be that this year, though. We update resumes. That's what we do. We update resumes.
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
This was a resounding statement from the general manager.
Did he lie?
No, he didn't lie at all. But he carefully omitted one key detail. There was no reference in all that Jim read, and it is some high-minded praise. It is some